back to Clean with Kate. It's Monday morning and it's the start of a new week and the start of a new zone in the Flylady system. And this week we're in zone 1. And so what I'll be focusing on this week is the entrance to my home. We had a busy day yesterday and this is what the entrance to my home looks like this morning. There's lots of bags, there's shoes, and there's lots of mess going on. I don't know what... I'm just going to set the time. I'm going to set time on my watch rather than spending ages looking for a timer. I've made a coffee. I'm just going to spend 5 minutes just tidying up. So the first thing is I'm not going to do any cleaning. I'm just going to tidy up. So zone 1 is one of the zones in the Flylady system that quite often gets neglected. Because it's the first zone of the month. We often find we don't get a full week in zone 1. But often my zone 1 usually needs some attention. So let's have a look. Can I get those on a shelf? So I'm just putting the shoes away onto the shoe rack. I'm just having a look, seeing if I can declutter a little bit in here. There's a lot of shoes in here, so I do need to have a look at it. Anyway, that's a start. I've put the shoes away on the shoe rack. Now I'm going to take this to where it belongs. This doesn't belong here. And I'm also going to take my coffee through. Oh, I don't think there's any lights on in here. I haven't been in here yet this morning. It's only 6 a.m. in the morning. So I've got to put some lights on or you're not going to be able to see anything. Pop some lights on. This is when the lights come in handy in here. So I've been up for about half an hour. I've unloaded the washing machine that was running yesterday evening that I forgot about. So I've washed this big sofa through, which is a little creased after it's been in the washing machine overnight. And that, I'm just coming into the utility room because I'm going to do a little bit of laundry in a minute. Do you know, I'm not sure what this month's monthly focus is because I've just realised we're actually in a new focus. The focus for August was laundry. And I'm not sure what the focus for September is. I haven't even thought about it yet or looked that far ahead. If you follow the Flylady system and you know what the September monthly focus is, please let me know. I'll have to look it up later because I can't actually remember. Anyway, let's go back to my hotspot. So anyway, I'm going to be focusing on my zone 1 this week. So I will be actually decluttering this because there's a lot going on. There's a pair of gloves. I think they're not even my gloves. I think they're the builder's gloves. And there's lots going on in this basket. I've got about 4 sets of, oh my goodness, look. 2 sets of sun cream in there and 2 sets of sun cream in there. That is way too many sun creams. And I've got all these dog leads and I just think there's too much going on in here, so I need to reduce it. But I'm just going to start by putting these things away. So the first thing I'm going to do is empty this water bottle. I'm going to use it to water some of the plants in here. So let's see what looks thirsty. Maybe that one's sat in water, so maybe not a good idea. I did actually water the plants at the weekend, so I need to be careful not to overwater. These ones are in the sun. Let's have a look. Does that one need some water? They look pretty good, to be fair. Let's give it to that one. Okay, no danger of overwatering that one. It's in a big pot, so hopefully it'll be okay. I'm just going to pick up these cups that were left here from last night. Anyway, what does your Monday morning look like? My Monday morning is pretty much the same every week. So I usually get up before my husband, do a quick pick up and put away of anything that I didn't get to last night. I've got a sink full of hot soapy water, just washing things that I've sort of found around the house. And then I will usually tackle my laundry. So I've unloaded the washing machine, and my next plan, after I've tidied up the entrance a little bit and dealt with that hot spot, is that I'm going to fold some laundry because I'm going to be doing laundry later. So I need some empty areas to put the laundry on. As you can see, it's quite early in the morning still, and the dogs are they've been out, but they've gone back to sleep. Anyway, let's just stay focused. I'm so easily distracted. Right. That's a book that I want for work. What else is in there? Another sun cream. So I do actually need a sun cream in my launch pad bag, so I will keep that there. That one's nearly empty. So if I go out somewhere, I like to take a sun cream with me. This is something that I'm working on. This is an Eisenhower Priority Matrix book, which I find really useful. and I'm going to be using later today when I'm working. So I'm going to pop that into my little productivity area, which is here, where I keep my daily productivity journal, my diet, my work diary, and so I'm going to just work on that this morning. So it'll be there when I need it. Right, where am I going next? Husband's left a pair of Crocs here. Oh, I've got a lot of tins there that are on the way to my shed. Yeah, hopefully maybe today they'll actually make it out there. They're sat waiting by the door. There's another tin in here actually that's on its way to the shed. Right, well, it's my time on my wrist going. I think I'm going to go for another 5 minutes. Now I've started, I've got my energy. Right, there's some things here that are actually clean laundry. There's a packet of seeds there that needs to go. I probably should keep my seeds in my shed in a tin. At the moment they're here, but actually those seeds need to go into my launch pad because I'm actually taking them somewhere else. So where's the other basket gone? They are on their way to our holiday let because I want to seed them into the garden. So I bought them some time ago, found them in the car. Hopefully they're still usable. There is actually some clean laundry in here. So I'll pop that into the laundry basket to go back upstairs. Right, so I'm rocking the laundry room. So I'm just going to fold a little bit of laundry, and that basket needs to go back to my launch pad. That's one of my, I fact, that's my absolutely favourite basket at the moment that I bought in an antique centre. It's a sort of vintage French basket. Right, okay, I'm going to start folding laundry now because that's the other task that I want to do. I think, were these washed yesterday, so these should be ready to go into the ironing basket. In fact, I might even do a little bit of ironing. See how I get on. But for now, I'm just going to fold them and get them ready for ironing. It would be a good idea to iron these pinnies while they're still damp. It'd be so much easier. They're not really that damp now, unfortunately, but I might just quickly pop the iron on. Oh, golly, guess what? I forgot to empty the iron last time I used it. Oh, golly. And pop the t-shirts in the ironing basket and just run the iron over these really quickly. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Oh, I forgot to pan back, so maybe you can't. Sorry about that. Well, that one is still really damp, so that maybe should stay on the area a little longer because that was at the bottom of the area. What you find is the things at the top of the area dry quicker than the things at the bottom of the area. You wouldn't think it would make such a difference, but it does. I suppose heat rises. I think that's the explanation. If you know different, let me know. I'm going to move this bath mat higher up the area because it's not dry, and I think it would benefit from going on the top of the area. Right, let's move that out of the way. How are these things on this side of the area? Are they dry? I have some cleaning cloths. These actually need to go upstairs. These things need to go back to the utility room with laundry bags, which I do find really useful. I use laundry bags pretty much for all my washing. I put things like socks in them so they don't get lost in the washing machine. I put underwear sets in them. What else do I put? Pinnies. I put my pinnies in the laundry bags. I do find it just makes my laundry routine much more straightforward. I lose less in the machine and things don't tangle. So anything that I think might tangle in my laundry, which is things like the pinnies where they have long straps on them, I put those in a bag. Or anything that I think is fragile, I put in a bag. So I'm just folding socks at the moment. And putting underwear. So I split my laundry. I have several laundry baskets. And when my children were younger and they all lived at home, each child had a laundry basket. And so I put the laundry that belongs to that person into their basket. And then it goes upstairs and then they put it away. So this worked really well when I had 3 young children living at home. I would do their laundry and then take it to their room and leave it either just inside their room or just outside their room. And then they knew that it was their job to put their laundry away and then put the basket back outside the room, or even bring the basket downstairs if they were being particularly helpful. But now it's just, the children are all grown up, so they have their own houses. and they do their own laundry. But I still carry on this laundry basket routine for myself and my husband. And usually he puts his laundry away. If I leave it near his chest of drawers, he gets the hint and puts it away. Right. There's some colour catchers there. Pop these over here. You might wonder, why am I collecting colour catchers? I'm collecting colour catchers because I'm running an experiment at the moment to see which brand of colour catcher works the best, but it's been a pretty, the results are pretty good, what's the word I'm looking for? The results are in. So I'm going to be making a video about the colour catchers, because I find the colour catchers a fascinating thing, because I've only discovered them relatively recently. My husband's quite sceptical about the colour catchers, but I find them fascinating. Do you use colour catchers in your laundry? Are you like my husband and a skeptic? Golly, that sock's ready to go. My husband has given me permission that if I see that his socks have had it, I can bin them. So those are going. They're full of holes, completely threadbare, and these are the same. You see, look. So I'm just having a decluttering session at the same time, so they can go in the bin. All right, oh, that was quite therapeutic. I love a little bit of decluttering. It's so much easier to declutter other people's stuff than your own. I could spend my days decluttering other people's stuff. It's so easy. The stuff that's hard to get decluttered is the stuff you're emotionally attached to. I am not emotionally attached to his socks. Right, I'm not sure he is either. I am emotionally attached to some of my own socks, which is really odd. Golly, look at this. All his socks are verging on threadbare. Do we keep those or do we get those out as well? Because he's got lots of new socks that he never wears, still in the packets that the children have given him for Christmas and that he hasn't worn. Do you know, I'm going to pop those in his basket. I think he would still think they had wear in them. I don't want to be too radical. But I think it might be time for him to go into one of his oh my goodness, look, seriously? Okay, I'm going to have to do this for him because he's clearly not going to do it himself. So that one needs to go. Is there any more? That one actually doesn't match the other. Oh, it's got a hole in as well, so that can go. Right, this is turning into a really good sock decluttering. Look at these colour catchers. I put these in the laundry when I washed the black trainers and the dark grey dog beds. And it's not incredible. That colour catcher is the same make as that one, but that went in with a coloured load, as did that. That went in with a black load of something that I had never washed before, and that went in with a white and pale pink load. So look at that, isn't that amazing, the difference? I know I'm getting sidetracked as usual. Right, another cleaning cloth. That's in my cleaning cloth bag. Oh, it sounds like I'm not alone anymore. He has risen. He's up. Right. Hopefully he's made coffee too, so he might probably be able to sit down and have our coffee together. So I'm just going to keep going. I mustn't forget I switched the iron on. Forgotten about that. Okay, I may have to do a little bit of ironing since I've heated the ironing up. I wasn't expecting him up this early. Right, that's my daughter's t-shirt, so that can go back to her room. I'll pop this in this little basket, so otherwise it'll end up upstairs. Right, I'm going to have a bit of a switch around in here. And just move these off here because I want an empty area for my ironing. I'm going to pop this bath mat over the top of this one to dry because it needs a bit longer. Might even take it through into the other kitchen. Put it next to the Arga to dry. The Arga that's on it would be much quicker. Right, okay, let's do a little bit of ironing. Not too much ironing, because I need to do my morning routine. So it's about 6 a.m. in the UK. So I did get up before the alarm today, just because I woke up. I'm just going to run the iron really quickly. I need to make sure, my iron is turned down. I remember when I did some ironing for my daughter, I turned my iron down. That might explain why my last ironing session was quite slow. If my iron was turned down, it wouldn't be as hot as usual. I'm just having a slurp of my coffee. Anyway, let's get back to Monday. Monday is a new start, a new week, and a new zone. So later this morning, I will be doing my weekly home blessing. I'm going to try this week to get it all done in one day. So I'll be doing it all today. And my weekly home blessing consists of six tasks that I do, each for between 10 and 15 minutes. I think I might do them for 15 minutes today, because last week I only did them for 10 minutes. In fact, I split them up through the week last week. I'm not even sure I got them all done. I think I got a little distracted in the second half of the week. I lost my focus a little bit. So anyway, this week will be a good week to get everything done that I want to get done. I've had a really nice day, really nice weekend, and I'm feeling quite recharged. So I'm hoping this is going to be a good week, and I'm going to get loads done that's been on my lists. Oh, my time is going. That's my second lot of 5 minutes completed. All right. I had a good night's sleep last night. How did you sleep? It does make such a difference to how you feel in the morning. I managed to relax a little bit yesterday. So I sat on a sun lounger. I read, I daydreamed. It was really nice. I had quite a late night. I started watching a new series on Netflix last night. Actually, it's one I'm sort of halfway through, but it was the new episodes had been released, and I got a little bit overexcited and watched it for too long. Do you do that? Do you find that you binge watch things? I hadn't intended to watch. I think I watched 2 or 3 episodes. I hadn't intended to watch that many, but then I was enjoying it so much. I meant I ended up going to bed later than I planned. I like to be in bed usually before 10, but actually I think it was gone 11 last night by the time I went to bed. So for me, that is a bit quite a late night. Right, I must probably make sure I go to bed a bit earlier tonight. I think the reason was that I'd had coffee and I'd had tea with caffeine in much later than I would usually. Usually I try to avoid caffeine after lunchtime, but we had a late lunch yesterday, so I sort of forgot that my caffeine tolerance isn't very good, and that if I have caffeine after about 1 p.m, I find it makes me wide awake till much later in the evening, which is what happened yesterday. So how are you with caffeine? Do you have a good caffeine tolerance, or are you like me and you have to be careful? Anyway, I think that's the reason I was quite wide awake. My husband's very lucky. He can drink coffee late at night. In fact, I think he did last night with absolutely no consequences. And he's still ready for bed and falls asleep really, really quickly. I fell asleep very quickly last night. It's just I wasn't ready to go to bed until about an hour later than usual because of the late lunch and the late caffeine. Right, how am I getting on? I've ironed 3 items. I think what I might do is I might just iron till I've used all the water in the iron. And then I'll call it a day because it's not full. It is only a small basket of ironing, but I just don't think I have time this morning to do the whole lot. I didn't get up that early. Sometimes if I get up at 5 a.m, I can get everything done. But this morning I just got up about sort of 4:30. So I just thought I'd do a few things before my morning routine. I am dressed to lace up shoes, as you can see, even though I haven't done a full morning routine. I thought I'd at least, one of the reasons to put the lace up shoes on is in case you drop something on your foot, or in case you stub your foot. I find when I'm doing housework, sometimes I'm rushing around. I'm much more likely to walk into things, drop things on my feet, trip over something. So it's really good if you've got decent pair of shoes on, just to protect your feet. I love kicking my shoes off in the evening when I'm relaxing. As part sort of mentally says to my head, this is the end of the day, it's time to relax. So I usually do that when I sit down at the end of the day, or lie down on the sofa and watch a bit of television. That's a signal to my brain that it's relaxation times when I kick my shoes off. And I do it every evening and it's lovely. Right. T-shirt on the iron. I hope you can see what I'm doing. and maybe you're doing some jobs around your house with me, maybe folding laundry or hitting the hot spot or washing up dishes from yesterday if you've got any left around the house. There's always a few, aren't there, that get missed. I often find, you know, glasses and cups just that people have discarded. We had a nice simple evening routine last night, so there wasn't much to do. We decided my husband was having a night off cooking, and we had a ready meal that just needed heating up in the oven. Very little washing up. It was delicious. And just nice and easy for the weekend. We tend to keep a few in the freezer so that if we just, you know, feel like we need a sort of simpler evening, we can have one. We also have them as a treat. So we have a few nice ones that we have in the freezer at the moment that I'm really looking forward to. It's like, well, they're very nice quality ready meals, and it's like going out for a meal for us. Oh, another 5 minutes has gone, my goodness. This is going very quickly. Anyway, it's a good start to my week to get these things done. They're not hanging over me then. But I think I am going to need to stop soon because I want to drink my coffee. It's quite difficult to drink my coffee, iron and talk all at the same time. And so I think when this last one goes off, that will be it. Will that have been 15 minutes I've done, or will it have been, could it have even been 20 minutes? I've actually lost count of how many times I've done this. I should have just set the timer for 15 minutes in the first place, but I think because I've just woken up, I was thinking maybe 5 minutes would be enough before my coffee, and I'm just sort of, just to get me moving. It's amazing, isn't it? If you set a timer, it's an amazing little productivity tool. It's amazing how much you can get done. What are your plans for this week, housework-wise? Do you do a weekly home blessing or a weekly cleaning routine? What day do you do your cleaning routines on? Are you a weekend cleaner? I tend to, unless the weather's really bad, I tend to try and avoid doing too much on the weekend. I like to use my weekends for rest, fun, relaxation, family time. But sometimes I clean. It depends on my mood. But I try to take the pressure off myself a little bit at the weekends. Not that I don't have to clean, that if I get a little bit done every day during the week, as part of my routines, then I don't have to clean at the weekends. When I was younger and I was working full-time outside the house, I probably did clean at the weekends. But actually very quickly, I think I decided that actually that was not what I wanted. And I employed a cleaner. Because when I was working full-time outside the house, trying to fit everything in, it was just really challenging. Now that I work from home, and I don't work outside the house very much, it's much easier to get things done in between work sessions, and actually it's quite a nice little break. So when I work on a computer most of the time, so when I'm doing that, I'm sat down for long periods of time. So it's absolutely lovely. I use going and sorting out my laundry or washing the dishes. It's a nice break from sitting at the computer. So when you work from home, it is much easier to fit your cleaning routines into your daily routine. So, you know, if you're in an office, you might go and have coffee, or you might go to the toilet in the office, or you might go for a little walk. But when you're at home, there's so many things you can do around the house. I mean, you can still go out for coffee, or you can still go for a little walk. But also, there's so many things, physical things you can do around the house that will give you a bit of physical break from your sitting at your desk, and give you a mental break, because it uses a different part of your brain doing housework to working on your computer. So it's just a win-win, really. It's one of the things I really love about working from home, is that you can do so many other things as well. I think I'm definitely more productive when I work from home. All round, really. There are disadvantages to working from home. It can be quite isolating. Which is probably why I talk to myself and do this. Yes, because sometimes you miss the company that you get when you're going to a workspace. So working from home definitely can be quite isolating. Do you work from home, or do you work outside the home, or are you a full-time homemaker? what does your daily routine look like? Or do you have a bit of both? I think probably variety is a good place to be. Oh, that t-shirt does not look well ironed. I'm gonna have to. Sorry about this, but I am gonna have to take that off and redo that. I try not to be perfectionist about it, and I'm not a perfectionist, but that is just really badly ironed. I think my ironing is going off. Let's pop that on there. That's better. It's still not perfect, but it's better. Okay. How long have I got left on my timer? Not very long. I might just get this tea towel ironed. I don't normally iron tea towels, but I think this one didn't get tumbled. So I'm just running the iron over it really quickly. So it'll just look nicer. So I'll appreciate it. I think this got dried on the air for some reason. Right. I can go on there. Oh, golly, that's the trouble. Well, I'm not going to start on that skirt. That skirt is a bit of a nightmare to iron, and I've bleached it as well. So it's been in soaking bleach. It's been washed twice to try and get the discoloration that I'd managed to dye it unintentionally in the washing machine because I forgot to put my colour catcher in. So it's been a lot of work getting that skirt back to white. So it's probably going to take quite a lot of ironing. So it's been through the mill. Right, my timer's going on my wrist, so I'm going to cancel that now. I'm literally just going to finish this t-shirt. And then I'm going to go and take a break, drink my coffee, and then I'm going to start my morning routine proper by basically jumping in the shower, having a quick facial scrub before my shower, jump in the shower, wash my hair, condition my hair, take the facial scrub off, probably do that before I wash my hair, and then just do my full morning routine. But the shower's a really great start to it. Coffee first. Oh, I need to drink my water as well. I start every day by drinking a pint of water. Right, okay, done. I think I'm going to switch the iron off now. There's not much left in that basket. It's a shame I didn't get to the bottom of it, but you know what? It'll wait. There'll be more along. I'll have another basket to do. There's only 2 items left, so it's not bad. I'm just emptying my iron. I forgot to do this last time. If I leave the water in, it will go mouldy in this warm weather. Right, let's just leave it with its vent open to dry out, hopefully. Right, okay, so there's my completed ironing. I do need to do something with these colour catchers, so I'll probably do that after my coffee. Anyway, thank you for joining me for my 5 minutes blitzes of activity and tidying. Hope you're finding the videos helpful. If you are, please like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, have a good Monday. Bye for now.